Hi, friends. Welcome to another pour by Lupe out of Blind Art Studios. So today's pour is pretty special. So I'm just experimenting with my split cup. I am just gonna see what happens. So I'm loading it up with it's a deep sapphire. It's a metallic color on one side, and then I go in with this glacier blue on the other side, and then I have um, I have what is it called? Okay, so I put in white next to it, and then after that is rouge, and the other color. What the heck is that called? Yellow oxide. Yeah, that's what it's called. Um, so like I said, I'm just experimenting, seeing what comes of this. Um, so yeah, let's see what we get. Okay, so uh, I am putting in a a flow extender made out of titanium white with a little bit of rouge in it. It's quite liquidy, so I'm hoping that it still will work. And I basically made it in that tub of Liquitex Basics titanium white because it was really hard to get out the remaining paint. So I tried to, basically I finished a tub, but so the container's white and the paint is white, so it's hard, super hard to like figure out whether there's paint there or not. So I decided to just put in some pouring medium, and then I mixed it, and then I wanted to not have that same issue once I finished the pouring or like the flow extender. So I then wanted to tint it with something, and so I ended up putting a little bit of rouge in it, and yeah, so I ended up with like a pink color. And so then um, once I poured it, I basically wanted to use a straight pour, but kind of turning the lazy Deborah around. And then I spun it, and as I spun it, I ended up with what to me looks like Our Virgen de Guadalupe, which is pretty awesome since just the other day I was talking about my mom going to the convent, to Our Lady of Guadalupe convent in Guadalupe, Zacatecas, which is a state in Mexico. And the convent was not founded in 1512. It was founded in 1517. I made a mistake on that, but still like super like early on, right? Anyhow, so I think that because I was talking about her, she probably came to visit in my pour. And so now, since I see the little angel down there, I wanted to help it along. So I'm, putting in more detail so that it's pretty obvious that that's the angel down there. And yeah, so I'm super stoked, like super excited to welcome Our Lady to our home here. So, yay! I'm excited. So I'm just spinning a little bit more just to see if I can pull out a little bit more paint that's between the bolts of lightning in the back to make them more defined. I mean, they kind of define themselves, but I wanted to make sure that I did everything I could to help it along. So, yeah, I'm just excited to have this happen here. Like I said, I think it has to do with, you know, me talking about her. So what do you think? I mean, this is a close up of the wet piece. Okay, so I'm experimenting. So I figured, okay, so if I put in these dots, could I make like a... Oh, it did. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, yes. I'm loving it. Okay, let's... okay, where is it? Okay. Ah, I did it too fast. Okay, let's try this one. It's pretty good, right? It's a good experiment. Okay, so I think um, La Virgen came to visit. Okay. So I think the Virgen came to visit me today. Like all of a sudden I got this like shape, and everyone knows that's the shape of La Virgen de Guadalupe. So I made the little, so this is like the little angel that's underneath. And then she usually has like um, lightning bolts that kind of go through there. And then of course the lightning bolts behind her. So yeah, I'm thinking this is what happened today. Um, that's the shape. Right now she's upside down, but you know. Let's see how it dries. So this is also an experiment in terms of trying to thin out uh, the paints to as thin as I can before they are no good. And why am I doing that? It's because I've tried to do, actually I did the Rams magic wand was pretty good, but I've tried to do some of those like types of pours where the paint needs to be more liquidy, and because I tend to mix my paints super thick, they weren't working. So I'm playing around with thinner paint so that way I'm not uncomfortable, and I can, when the recipe calls for like thinner paints, I will be okay and will be able to mix thinner paints and be successful in my pour. So, all right, so let's take you in for a close-up of the dry piece. So these are the dry results before embellishments, and yeah, I think it still shows Our Lady up there, and the little angel down there, super cute. So I love this gift and this visit, and it's like super super shimmery and shiny because there's so much gold. So the gold that, or the yellow oxide, actually had 24 karat gold in it. So it's, yeah, I forgot about that. So which is awesome because it just makes this so beautiful. Like super shimmery. I love shimmer. I love shine. Anything sparkly will catch my eye. Um yeah. So yeah, so the details are just fantastic. Like when you look at it, the overall picture, she stands out. Like, and the other is just, like the bolts seem, like it's one cohesive piece, right? But as soon as you start looking at the details, you see how much stuff is actually in there, and I am blown away by this. I will try to I will try to embellish a little bit so to make it more obvious what I think it is. And unfortunately, the other day after I finished my mom's rose, or I think it's called Flowers for Mom, that painting, I broke my jeweler's eye. So, which is super sad because that was so helpful for that piece. So now I need to purchase another one, but the place where I purchased it before no longer sells it, and I couldn't find one on Amazon. So if anyone knows where I might be able to find one, preferably a used one, so that that still works, that's not like scratched or whatever, let me know. My email's in the description of this video. So yeah, so I'm gonna embellish this as much as I possibly can with just using the eye magnify or magnify. I forgot what it's called. So basically, it's a magnifying glass that magnifies up to 250 times, which is helpful, but not as helpful as the jeweler's eye. And the jeweler's eye, I can kind of put it on, and I did a contraption so that like I can kind of have it on. Gives me a headache big time, but it's okay. So here I am trying to identify like where the face would be, and then also usually she has her hands folded in front, but this time she obviously had her hand out because she wanted to say hello to me. And so the dress, I thought about doing it. So I have a huge image that uh, that John Paul II, who's a saint now, but was the Pope then, he gave our family when he came to visit back when. So he gave it to the family, but when that's the time. Well, at the time that I went to college, my dad gave it to me so that it would protect me up in Berkeley, and so it belongs to me. Yes. And so, yeah, so I was using that as a reference point. And so she's wearing kind of like a light mauve kind of color. Kind of, it's more like a, like a brownish color. Now, I didn't have that color, and it was super hard to do this. So then I decided to go with glitter instead. So I ended up putting like a pink, just to define what her dress is versus her cape. And then I put in like a light blue glitter on top on her cape, and her cape usually is kind of a greenish blue, so it kind of works. And this is like a close up of the piece. Now I did take off a lot of that glitter on the bottom, because if that bottom the wings on the angel should be gold. I just didn't have any gold glitter, so I'm gonna redo this. And obviously, if I end up getting a jeweler's eye, then I'll actually put some detail in her face and more detail. But yeah, so this is the dry. Once the glitter dried, then I took a photo of it. So All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next one.